Hey traders, Spartan here from SpartanTrading.com. I want to hit you guys with a update video on my thesis for Foremost. Now this is disseminated on behalf of Foremost Lithium Resource and Technology. I did put out this in-depth analysis about a month and change ago. We had a really nice movement out the gate. Since then it's kind of curled back off the lows. We'll go through the technicals, but I want to talk about this spin-off that they mentioned about 15 days ago, which I think went above a couple people's heads here. I don't think the market really sees it. But I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the technicals on the name and then just the price of lithium, kind of what I'm seeing there and why I actually do like this name and what my thesis is. So this name, and I did do some due diligence on it before. My thesis was the valuation of this company, I think sits quite low given its assets that it holds, what it's producing, what we're seeing in the lithium market. And we'll go through the chart in a little bit here and how I think we're going to start to see lithium come off the lows. What we saw in the last couple of years is we saw a lot of lithium companies emerge, supply outstrip demand, but now we're seeing that they did stop a lot of the production in the last couple of years. The price of lithium is starting to bottom out, and I think as we go forward and as we move to a more electrified, country, electrified world in regards to EV, you're going to see the demand for lithium increase, and that supply is going to have to play a little bit of catch up in terms of production going forward. Now, the spin-off that these guys, they do own this asset, and this asset is a silver and gold project from before, and as we know, gold sitting at near all-time highs. This is this Winston Gold silver project, which is a 3,000 acre drill-ready property located in the Black Range, Sierra County. Now, the idea with this spin-off is to spin this asset off into another listed asset, which every single shareholder of Foremost will get the new shares of this company as a dividend. Meaning that whatever you're holding here, you're going to get these additional shares of this new spin-off company, which gives you exposure to two different companies. One obviously in the lithium space, one obviously in the gold silver space, which you tend to get undervaluation before those spin-outs happen. And then we've seen the recent spin-outs in a couple of these larger names as well, like GE, etc., which you can use that as an example, and how these companies have absolutely ripped to the upside after these spin-offs do occur because of that valuation indiscrepancy. So I think there's definitely an arbitrage play there within this company, and I think, like I said, it's gone over a couple people's heads. It was, they talked about it about 2 weeks ago, and I think it's definitely worth checking out. I think this makes this a very attractive name here, and all these smaller names as well, guys. You look for a catalyst that the market can use for continuation to the upside or for volume to come in. And this name, I think it's starting to catch on. We saw it actually move last day, and that's why I wanted to bring this up and actually talk about it in this video here. So Foremost, obviously coming off the lows. This is a great structure name, 4 million float, small market cap. You have this catalyst behind it. You have some volume coming in. Doesn't take a lot to move the name. Pushed on the last day through the 50 MA. We're into that downtrend area. Typically when we see the downtrend break, we do see these big spikes. So I want you guys to be aware of what's actually going on from a technical perspective. The big clear right now is going to be around that 260 area. I think it's going to be able to get to 301 fairly quickly, then 348. If that spin out gets approved, I would expect that to be a large catalyst moving forward for a push to the upside. You should see some additional volume coming in. Now, when we look at the actual lithium chart as well, we can see that lithium coming off the lows a little bit here. I do think that low is probably in. Obviously, it's sold off in the last 3 years about 80%, and now it's sitting and being consolidating for quite some time in the last 2-3 months. I think this is the time where you're going to start to see it get accumulated and begin to curl up just like anything else after it blows off to the downside, which should be even better for valuation for the company as well. So you have two different things here that I'm looking at. Price of lithium coming off the lows, as well as this spin-out potential, which I do think, if it does go through, should add a lot of value to this play here in this thesis. But if you guys haven't already, check out my thesis, SpartanTrading.com. We'll link it in the video here. Give it a read. It's very in-depth. I think you're going to find that when you do compare this company to its peers, you'll see that it's quite a bit undervalued from a market cap standpoint, which to me presents some decent and quite substantial upside when we look at the comparables, and we look to get into something that actually has some great catalysts ahead of it. With these small caps, like I said before, if you do have a speculation catalyst, you tend to get volume coming in, which we saw last day. And now it's going to be about the technicals moving forward, looking for that momentum to the upside. 260 clear into the 301, 348, which I think can happen fairly quickly in the next couple weeks, as long as that 260 holds. So check it out, guys. I wanted to give you a little bit of a technical update here, what my thoughts are on the recent news. Any questions, feel free to reach out, spartantrading.com. And we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Any questions, like I said, reach out. We'll talk in a bit.